Right now at 5, a potentially historic winter storm. Our weather team's latest forecast and how emergency personnel say you can prepare.
And a Trump administration cabinet member visiting western Wisconsin. The major road project he's touting.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. We start with the weather and a rough stretch ahead.
Yeah, before this weekend's storm even arrives, strong winds already hit the area. Meteorologist Nicole Skaliski breaks down what's coming. Nicole, we're in for a winter whirlwind, it sounds like.
Yes, it's going to be a mess this weekend, and we kind of got a taste of it already today. Just with those winds, we're still going to see those breezy conditions over the weekend. Thankfully, not looking quite as windy as we were today, because we saw a pack of wind out there. 55 miles per hour was our highest wind gusts in La Crosse, 48 miles per hour in Eau Claire. Over in Rochester, nearly 70 miles per hour for the maximum wind gust. Southeast Minnesota typically sees the strongest, and that was the case today. Very strong wind over there. Thankfully, as we go into the rest of the evening, those winds are dying down. Still blowing around 15 miles per hour in La Crosse, but as we go into the rest of the couple hours ahead, going to dip down. Still a tad breezy, but winds will be closer to around 5 to 10 miles per hour through the night. Eau Claire going to see that dip in the winds as well, and then we're going to stay pretty cool and quiet for the rest of tonight. So if you have any plans going into the rest of the week for Friday, maybe going to the grocery store to stock up on some water or some food, it'll be a nice evening for it, because we do have a big change coming up as we go into about this time tomorrow with, of course, that heavy snow potential. So I'll have all the details on that in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Nicole. And with that winter weather flying in, emergency teams are encouraging you to stay put.
But what do you do if that's not an option? News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the answer.
The National Weather Service says the storm could be historic. Emergency coordinators are urging people to stay home and plan ahead. If you have to travel, you'll want to make sure you have emergency supplies in your car. This includes items such as flashlights, a first aid kit, and warm clothes. You'll also want to have emergency supplies at home, as heavy snow could lead to power outages. La Crosse County's emergency management coordinator says it's important for people to be prepared.
If this is a big storm like they're predicting, and we're unable to maybe get assistance from surrounding counties because they're, also taking care of their own, it's very important for people to be prepared at the individual and household levels.
Wilson also recommends going to the grocery store to purchase food ahead of the storm. And La Crosse County residents can sign up for Smart 911 alerts to get updates on severe weather. We'll have the link to that on our website. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. Snow emergencies have been declared across the region, including La Crosse and Altoona. That means alternate side parking is in effect through Tuesday morning in La Crosse and Onalaska. Vehicles must park on the side matching the day's date between midnight and 6 p.m. to make room for plows. The Lansing ferry service still closed due to the weather. It closed last night due to windy conditions. Updates on the ferry can be seen on news8000.com.
And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading our First Warn weather app.
And a News 8 follow-up. La Crosse police now believe yesterday's Northside shooting was an attempted murder-suicide. It happened in the 1800 block of Onalaska Avenue. First responders found a victim with gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital. Police then finding the suspect inside the home with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
Congressman Derek Van Orden and U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy in Sparta today celebrating an $8.4 million community project. It was secured in a federal funding project sponsored by the congressman. The goal is to improve safety and freight movement on critical roadways across Monroe County.
I think we have to focus on the deliverable. You need more roads and bridges, not just in Monroe County, but around this state, but around the country. That's what we need, and that's what we're focused on in Washington.
Coming up tonight at 10, my exclusive interview with Congressman Van Orden and Secretary Duffy.
The La Crosse Symphony Orchestra announcing this year's conductor wannabes. 7 teams will compete this year, all with a nonprofit of their choosing. The money raised in the contest will be split between the La Crosse Symphony Orchestra and their nonprofit. The winner with the most money raised will make their conducting debut with the orchestra on May 2nd.
Great opportunity for them to share about other nonprofits in our community, and then people vote for them. So it's exciting because everyone gets to vote $2 per vote, and it's $1 goes to the symphony and $1 goes to their nonprofit of choice.
Starting Monday, you can hear from each conductor wannabe right here on News 8 Now.
A life-size pilgrimage of Our Lady of Guadalupe making a stop in La Crosse. The statue known as Madre Peregrina is touring the world. It's part of a global pilgrimage tour that's leading up to the 500th anniversary of the Guadalupe apparition. Today's Mass drawing people from across western Wisconsin.
Whenever the Mother of God shows up, graces abound. Her hands are open, and with roses, she distributes them. So I knew it would be a blessing for us.
Madre Peregrina has already drawn thousands at stops across the states.
A Toma veteran is at the Paralympics in Italy competing in wheelchair curling. Dan Rose was paralyzed from the chest down after his truck was hit by an IED in Afghanistan in 2010. He picked up adaptive sports after his injury and earned a spot on the U.S. national wheelchair curling team in 2021.
My injury, it was I feel like the biggest thing to deal with was sort of the loss of identity. I thought I was just going to be, sit on the sidelines for the rest of my life after I was told I would never walk again, to, realizing that there was still a lot left out there that I could do.
Rose and Team USA finished 5th in wheelchair curling at the Paralympics.
The Oliva Strum Cardinals playing in the first game of the day at the girls' state basketball tournament.
Sports director Jacob Lenzendorf reports from Green Bay.
Well, it was an early wake-up call for the Oliva Strum Cardinals this morning, taking on Fall River in the Division V Girls State Basketball Tournament. It was a big first half for ES junior Avery Glenz. She finished with 14 points before the halftime buzzer sounded, including that and one. Then later, Cards on the run. It's Avery Spangberg out to Eliza Kulig, and she drills the three ball to extend her side's lead. Oliva Strum up 13 at the break. Then in the second half, Spangberg dishing it out again for a triple, as this time Medea Brown's try is money. Then it's more great passing as Glenz drops it off to Avea Zwiefelhofer, who finishes through contact and gets a try at three. And the Cardinals go on to take this one 70-54.
Yeah, I've always had just this momentum going into the game. It's just another basketball game. I just got to play the way I usually do. And the attack was open. They were denying the three, so I just attacked.
Coming off of the sectional final loss last year, we were really eager to win that game, but we haven't really made it that far before, so we were really nervous, tense, tight going into the game. This year is completely opposite. We've been in this position, the sectional final position before, so I think we just wanted to play really hard and make it to state. That's been our dream since we were all little.
So the Cardinals will play for their first ever gold ball tomorrow at 11:05 in the Division V State Championship game. I'll have more highlights from today's game and some more post-game reaction coming up later at 6 and 10. In Green Bay, Jacob Lenzendorf, News 8 Now Sports.
Still to come, an update on the downed military aircraft in the Middle East and the newest U.S. troops getting deployed.
Plus, a landmark social media trial. The social media giant defending their company on stand.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, colorectal cancer is on the rise in young adults. A local doctor joins us with the warning signs. Plus, Art has got a look at your weekday forecast after a weekend of winter weather.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Check out our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Faux wood blinds add a classic design and feature a cordless lift system. Get these white faux wood blinds starting at a value of $19.99 after rebate. Cellular shades help insulate to provide the perfect combination of function and fashion. Pick them up today starting at a value of $19.99 after rebate. Plus, get them trimmed to width, free in store.
Save big money at Menards.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
It's the sound of a generation.
Generation Radio, a supergroup of music's most iconic legends, starring two-time Grammy Award winner Jay DeMarcus of Rascal Flatts, along with longtime lead vocalist of Chicago, Jason Schiff, and more. Live at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls, Friday, April 17th. Don't miss Generation Radio, Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls, April 17th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
What if we had a better treatment for cancer? What if it could find and destroy your cancer cells, but avoid your healthy ones? And what if it allowed us to watch your cancer shrink more easily and accurately than ever before? Meaning personalized treatments, fewer side effects, and more living. It's called Theranostics, and we're leading the charge, turning what-ifs into remarkable realities. UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. Remarkable.
I met my abuser when I was 10. He was my Sunday school teacher. At 18, I was pressured to marry him. Chris Taylor was the first person to stand up for me. She worked with both parties and with law enforcement to pass laws to protect survivors like me. Chris listened, and my abuser went to prison. On the Supreme Court, Judge Chris Taylor will continue to protect Wisconsin.
Judge Chris Taylor, protecting our rights, defending our freedoms.
Developing now in the Middle East, the Pentagon confirming the deaths of all 6 crew members of a U.S. military refueling tanker that crashed in western Iraq yesterday. Officials say the crash may have stemmed from a mid-air collision. The incident bringing the total to at least 13 American service members killed in Operation Epic Fury.
Not the result, as CENTCOM has said, was not the result of hostile or friendly fire.
U.S. officials also say 2,200 Marines of an amphibious assault unit are heading to the Middle East. It comes as President Trump says the military will continue attacks against Iran in the coming days.
Authorities identifying the man who rammed his vehicle into a Michigan synagogue yesterday. The suspect, Iman Mohammed Ghazali, drove through the front doors in a vehicle packed with explosives. Ghazali, a Lebanese-born U.S. citizen, was killed by security guards. No members of the congregation were hurt.
We are leading the investigation right now as a targeted act of violence against the Jewish community.
The FBI conducted active shooter training at the temple 6 weeks ago. They're now warning of increased targeting against synagogues across the country due to the conflict in Iran. Yesterday in Virginia, a former National Guard soldier opening fire in an ROTC class at Old Dominion University. Police say Mohammed Jallo shot and killed instructor Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Shaw before cadets subdued the shooter and killed him. He previously served time in prison for supporting ISIS in 2016.
Jury deliberations today in a landmark trial on social media addiction and mental health. Women suing tech companies like Meta and YouTube, claiming her social media use as a child fueled her depression and suicidal thoughts. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg was among the tech bosses to testify today.
The legal considerations for the jury are whether or not they will find these social media companies liable based on the theory that the product design makes them liable.
TikTok and Snapchat were also defendants in the lawsuit, but settled before trial. The outcome could impact thousands of similar lawsuits against social media companies.
We'll have more news ahead.
But first.
And we're still tracking that historic winter storm heading in as we go into the weekend with some major changes in your forecast already. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products you want and need at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our family denim sale, men's full blue denim jeans are just $10.99 a pair. Save $10 on men's and women's Levi's. And get a free $20 Blaine's gift card when you spend $100 on men's or women's Ariat jeans. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Password 1, 2, 3, 4.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for Sponsored Jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
It's easier than ever to save more than ever during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale, happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Right now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, you'll find exciting designs, stunning fabrics, and the best prices of the year. A savings of up to 40%. Sofas, sectionals, recliners, even luxurious leather. The possibilities are endless. Plus, there's even special financing on all Flex Steel furniture. Unlimited choices, special financing, and the best prices of the year. Now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Inside these 8 historic buildings, a marvelous selection of quality products for your home. Everything you need to make your bathroom both safe and beautiful. Everything you need for the kitchen of your dreams. Replacement windows and entry doors, siding, pergolas, patio covers, 3-season and 4-season rooms. Visit during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show only at the Board Store. The first step to improving your home and improving your life. Prompt free estimates.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Join the conversation. Like us on Facebook.
Well, after our very gusty end to the week today, we have even more weather ahead of us, significantly more impactful weather ahead of us as we head into this weekend. Everybody's had their eyes on this storm. We already have some changes in the forecast from about this point yesterday, and there's likely still going to be changes in the forecast at this point tomorrow. So that makes it extremely important that we're all staying updated, especially with the most recent forecast out there, because there is still a lot of room for this system to switch around, as we've already seen in the last couple days. So for our alert day, still expecting Saturday night through Monday morning to be the most impactful, especially due to that dangerous travel for the entirety of the area, and we're still expecting significant and potentially historic snow amounts for portions of the area. So let's check it out on our sky tracker. We're looking at a mostly cloudy day tomorrow. Really not going to see a whole lot of snow tomorrow either. A light band of narrow snow enters into the area sometime after about 5 or 6. It starts further to the south, although it really starts to level out as we get further into tomorrow night. We're talking about midnight, so most of tomorrow will be pretty dry, but this area of snow hunkers down over the I-94 corridor and northward. Likely does not move there very much as we go throughout the rest of the weekend. Then here's where a lot of that change comes in. As we head later into Sunday night, we start to see the potential for some freezing drizzle. You'll notice areas further to the south could even be staying dry through this first part of the period, because this system for now has moved a little bit to the north. Because of that, we're seeing the potential for that freezing drizzle south of I-94, and even the potential for dry areas as we go into Sunday morning, although that fills in pretty quickly. Later Sunday morning, around 8 or 9, start to see more of that snow stretching closer to the I-90 corridor, but folks closer to I-90 and south still going to see more of a freezing drizzle and sleet chance until we get later into Sunday afternoon. Then after around 3 or 4 p.m. Sunday, that's when we start to see more widespread snow hunkering in, although it's not going to be nearly as heavy as it was for folks further to the north earlier on in the day. And then we see snow all the way through Sunday night for everyone. So really still expecting significant snowfall, especially for folks along I-94 and northward, really along US Highway 10 in northward, where we're seeing that snow hunker down almost all weekend long going into Saturday night. So the potential for Eau Claire still could be seen over a foot. But as we get closer to the I-90 corridor, really where you see this red line in south, that's where we're seeing a large amount of uncertainty because of that introduction of that freezing drizzle risk. We could see ice accumulations going into Sunday morning until we start to see more of that snow funneling in. Because we're seeing less snow, especially Saturday night, snow totals could be a little bit less for folks folks further to the south. So that's where we could see a lot of change still to come as we go into the rest of the weekend. Also on the docket is going to be strong winds. Not so much tomorrow, maybe a little breezy in the evening hours, but as we wake up Sunday morning, where some areas will be seeing that snow again further to the north Sunday morning, we could be seeing wind gusts around 35 miles per hour. Then as we head into the evening, where everyone will be seeing snow, wind gusts could be close to 40, even nearing 50 miles per hour in some of our gustier areas, and they stay strong all the way Sunday evening into Monday morning. So that could potentially be the most dangerous time to be on the roads, especially with that wind. Bringing it all down, Saturday night, not seeing a lot of snow. A narrow band, mainly in the evening, but as we go later into the night, that's when that freezing rain risk starts to ramp up, especially into Sunday morning. Seeing snow primarily Saturday night into Sunday afternoon, north of US Highway 10 all day long. But again, folks further to the south could see a mix of sleet and freezing rain and, of course, breezy conditions. And then Sunday night, everyone starts to see that snow going into the night, strong winds, and there's that high confidence that we will see heavy snow potential, especially for folks further to the north. This will start as a very wet and heavy snow, and that's where a lot of the concern comes as well, because it's a lot harder to shovel. And then, of course, once it starts to build up, it's heavier on roofs and infrastructure. So really, very impactful forecast, making sure you're staying updated with the most recent one, because there's likely still going to be more change to come even tomorrow.
All right, good to keep in mind. Thanks, Nicole.
And still to come, a viral fundraiser.
How it helped this 78-year-old get back to retirement.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur ProAdapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra.
Or get a total value of over $6,100 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes, sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groutworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Sorry, I'm just a bit uncomfortable. It's my mattress.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Stearns & Foster provides the ultimate comfort and craftsmanship for a luxurious sleep.
Amazing.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, donations are pouring in to help a special DoorDash driver in Tennessee.
Brittany Smith set up a GoFundMe after spotting an elderly man dropping off her order. The campaign went viral, raising over $500,000, finally giving 78-year-old Richard a chance to rest again.
He says he was forced out of retirement a year ago after his wife lost her job unexpectedly.
Well, that was really sweet.
That's a touching video right there, because it makes you think, I'm ordering DoorDash and having someone deliver it to me, and now it's a 78-year-old man.
Yeah.
Kind of changes your priorities a little bit.
And hopefully, I mean, obviously he's probably very appreciative of it, and now he can go watch.
The family can be made whole.
Exactly, exactly. All right, Nicole has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Together, we're stronger.
Western works side by side with local employers to provide career-ready skills.
Together, we make a difference.
Western's 90-plus programs go hand in hand with today's job market.
Together, we're vital for our communities.
Our region's exceptional industries rely on Western grads. We're all in this together.
Together,
we are Western.
This one, Grandpa.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking the dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Hannah had like a huge problem. This year, her style screamed back row, but her eyesight and her mother still said front. That's where her optometrist, Dr. Beth, came in with glasses that worked for both. Shopco Optical. Hannah focused since 2026. People focused since 1978.
To everyone who values tradition, what does tradition mean to you?
Our family's been doing fish fry here for years.
At Culver's, we make our fish fry the way tradition deserves.
Hand battered, right here in the restaurant.
Right here.
Right here.
The food here never disappoints.
And the best part, we get to sit and enjoy the company. Hey.
Helping you spend time with your family, it's what we're all about.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious!
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. Pittsburgh's Ultra Interior Paint and Primer in One provides a durable, washable finish. A gallon starts at a value of $17.79 after rebate. Give your walls the most advanced protection with Paramount Interior Paint. It's scuff, scrub, and wear resistant and delivers true one-coat coverage. Pick up a gallon of Paramount Interior Paint starting at a value of $39.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Well, this sums it up perfectly. Your panic meter, I would suggest maybe making one last grocery store stop before we head into the weekend. Go get your milk and breads. We still got time going into this evening, and really much of tomorrow will still be pretty manageable. But after that, definitely don't want to be on the road, especially if you're further to the north.
Eat all that milk and bread up this weekend,
Get
guys.
those staples.
Yep. All right, that does it for us at 5.
We'll see you back at 6.